What do you do before you go on live? What do you do first thing in the morning? What are you doing here? What's going on here? Brady knows what's going on. Brady knows what's going on. Brady always knows what's going on. Brady always knows what's going on. Do you know what's going on? I'm going to tell you. Let's go. First liar loses. First one to lie loses. Maybe you can't tell what's fact or what's fiction because everything is juxtaposed. Topsy-turvy, your pattern recognition is off. Perhaps we can progress forward. You lied to me and I caught you. You trolled me and I'm gullible, so I believed it. I don't hold it against you. You're just drowning in a sea of shit and you decided to be shitty. I forgive you in your shit as I turn your shit upside down. I'm going to turn your shit upside down. I'm going to turn your shit upside down because you're frowning. I'm browning. Larry, do your clothes even match? Oh, I wore brown today because we're going to get into this shit, which is turn your frown upside down. Turn your frown inverted. As we're inverting, let's take something that was a negative and turn it into a positive, which is Chick-fil-A. Who has the gall, the wherewithal, the absolute cojones to give Stanford athletes, blocking my own lighting, sunrise lighting, blocking my lighting? Who has the protocol? Let's take the best athletes in the world and let's feed them partially hydrogenated vegetable oil. Am I saying that correctly? It does matter. I want to say it's page 589 of Stephen Zumdahl's chemistry book, because it's a carbohydrate sandwich inside carbohydrates, which is fried in seed oil, partially hydrogenated, thank you, seed oil, which is this Chick-fil-A box. I'm turning crap into gold. Kind of like you filthy liar. You lied to me and I believed it. First liar loses. First one to have confession, contrition, an apologetic attitude of, sorry, Larry, I lied to you. I was just desperate for money. Because when you lie to me, I can't help you go from point A to point B when I have no idea where you are. Storytime has said hello. Hello, Storytime. Tell me something that you've heard. Or just say random non sequitur. Moving forward, maybe we can connect human to human. Or you're just a robot. Here's a robot test. Tell me something that you see in the background, which is a piece of cardboard. Let me read. Because if you've got it in writing, you've got a prayer. If not, you've got nothing but air. 6/5/22. Dear Mr. Chiang, I, Michael Yenick, event manager for Stanford Baseball, apologize for the actions of Don with Allied Services. Please accept this apology on behalf of Stanford Athletics. Thank you. Signed, Michael. And then commensurate email. We're DJing turd and getting super rich. Again, robot, tell me something that you see on screen or else you're just a spammy robot. Come back better after your timeout. I might even make you a moderator, which is tell me something that you've heard versus you're just dropping in comments and not liking yourself, which is right on script to first liar loses. We don't all tell lies. I only tell you the truth, and sometimes I'm aggressive with it. But don't think that I don't get offended when a lie gets told. For example, oh, a multinational corporation is funding me from across the ocean. I need to hear what your lies are so that way I can fix your lies. Here's an example. My startup is full of shit, and it's amazing shit. Where I have to now listen to your shit that I thought was the truth, and then now I'm trying to get you from level shit to level next. And this is what makes venture capital and private equity hard, is that sometimes even the liars are complaining. So the reason that's insightful is private equity lies. Instead of getting demoralized and saying it's all a lie or it's all bullshit, the insight here is if you've got just a smidgen or 100.0% honesty, the counterintuitive truths that you discover will not be discounted. Clip that. I'm going to clip it. Counterintuitive truths. It's things that you know. It's things that you know that are true. It's tell me one thing that's amazing. That's true. Do you have anything? It's okay if you don't. And it's okay if you're a robot. It's okay if you're a robot. Because the positive thing that you can do is discover something that's counterintuitive and then hammer home that truth. For example, my dog is sometimes angry. Angry dog. Angry dog. So what you do with the angry dog is you say, "Hey dog, Brady, what are you mad about?" And there you go. He has no answers. He has no answers. And then now you're progressing forward, which is all we can hope for in this crazy topsy-turvy world, which is a 1% improvement. So you started off this relationship with a lie. I'm gullible. Let's have you beg for forgiveness, or at least kind of ask for forgiveness, and then have a little bit of a apologetic attitude about the fact that you lied to me. And that's okay because I am incredibly forgiving. This relationship is a blessing. I hold no ill will. The reason that people tell economic lies is that you're drowning in a sea of debt. You're drowning. You're drowning trying to get above water. Congratulations, you're at zero. You should congratulate yourself because being worth $0 is the new richest group in America. Because the majority of people, even rich people, are going to be worth negative money. This is why it's duck 9, avoid bankruptcy. You see people in a really nice car, those people are going to go bankrupt faster. Let's benefit. You're welcome. This is Larry Chiang. My channel's on what they don't teach you in school, and they definitely don't have this type of approach, and they definitely don't have this level of preparation. So, what I did before this video even began is I wrote out an agenda, I put it in the description, and I published it to Derek Small website. Who's Derek Small? He is CTO of web12.io. Notice how the company name is the phone number, is the URL, is the call to action. Don't get jealous. You can just self-direct yourself and get a mentor like Larry Chiang called AI Larry Chiang on Gemini. There's a free version of it. It's called Gemini 4. And if you're a long-time listener, zero-time troller, you would remember that Gemini, they gave us all a $275,000 credit. I thought it was just for me because I'm special, because I'm very obviously special. I asked Google, hey, I saw some good spam from you guys. And they're like, that's not spam. And that's not geo-targeted just to you. We offered $275,000 to everybody. What? This is why AI, it's all bullshit for sure, but let's wade through some of that shit. Oh my God. My prep today is amazing. Let's wade through some of that shit. Let's wade through some of it with some shit. So this video, maybe you've never taken notes before, but this video is valuable. Take one line of notes. I almost said take one page of notes. In the feedback area, aka the comments, will you tell me if you've ever written down on paper something that I've said? Furthermore, has the paper transitioned you into a bank account delta? And remember, when your bank account changes, you don't have to pay me 17 basis points on the gain. Remember, when your bank account gets better, or if you're too poor to have a bank account, because if you have a bank account right now, you're rich. That means you can have a banking relationship. I did a comedy set with a bunch of trust fund people who don't work during the day, and I told the bank account joke, whew, right over their head. They're like, every human on the planet has a bank account. What are you talking about? I'm like, you don't understand. You don't understand the phrase unbanked, meaning too big of a nobody to even have a bank account. But you can vote a couple times in certain states. The reason I'm imploring you to write something down is once that happens, you become amazing. This is what I wrote down that I'm going to read aloud to you. It's called hashtag entrepreneur maxing. Hashtag entrepreneur maxing. Hashtag entrepreneur maxing. Obviously, you're not supposed to eat food. Obviously, you're not supposed to eat food right before you go to bed. Because I heard you. You burped. You burped first thing in the morning. That means your stomach has been festering. Why is this important? Because digestive energy is healing energy. And if your digestive tract is fucked, you're fucked. Is that brain 2? I almost called it brain 4. It is brain 2. It's entrepreneur maxing. 13 X's. 13 X's. Why are there so many X's? Because I listen to what the cool kids are saying. This is the cool language, which is Ebonics. Hashtag Ebonics maxing. Darn it! I keep messing it up. I don't. I catch myself when I'm messing it up. That's called negative into a positive. And I don't beat myself up afterwards. Hashtag Ebonics maxing. It's the opposite of chimp out. It's the opposite of 60,000 years of non-Chinese person failure. which is the entire continent of Africa, which is why Simply Scale, it got some funding from South Africa. It's got some funding. It's doing a cross-border deal. How did it become so amazing? It did a deal with South Africa last night. What we're doing is, and what I'm talking about, is a lie. It's not my lie. I bit the lie, hooker, line, and sinker. I bought it because I'm very gullible. This is the lie that I bought. You misrepresented, I texted back. You misrepresented. I inferred that a German corporation was paying you fat fees to be their first employee, because that's what you said. Let me repeat that. You misrepresented. I inferred that a German corporation was paying you fat fees to be their first employee, because that's what you said. This is why lying is so self-harming, because it is so easy right now to go from $0 to $2 billion. It's even easier to go from $0 to $2 million. It's even easier to go from $0 to $200,000. When I say even easier, I mean if you can just sell $200, next stop, $2 billion. Why? Because with everything being so fake, people get upset that this video doesn't have a paywall, because you can just sell this to yourself for $275,000. This is what I'm talking about. 0 to 1 is a book. A retarded person who's gay and retarded, he wrote it. Well, he didn't exactly write it. A guy who is hoping to be J.D. Vance, who walks and talks a lot like J.D. Vance, Blake Masters, wrote it before J.D. Vance. Do you see where this is going? It's me explaining to you that I understand stuff that's retarded and gay and retarded. We're still on Peter Thiel, J.D. Vance, Blake Masters, 0 to 1. Your first gay experience, 0 to 1. This is why they don't have answers for it, because they're lying. This is the first lie of the Silicon Valley gay mafia is, oh, I was born this way. You were born that way, or you got violated that way. I have the worst gaydar. Well, I used to have the worst gaydar. Why do I want to have gaydar? Why do I even want to know? This is stuff actually still I don't want to know, which is why cathartically I will incorporate it into stand-up comedy. We're still on Gay and Retarded, Peter Thiel, CS183. Gay and Retarded, Sam Altman. An upgrade for CS183C would be to be Gay and Retarded, Reid Hoffman. For him, being gay and retarded would be an upgrade. And then D, heterosexual and retarded. That would be CS183D. So it's A, B, C, D. Do you get it? Do you get it? You don't get it because I'm not doing a good enough job explaining 0 to 1. But I will explain it better than the author of the class, 0 to 1, Stanford Engineering, Computer Science 183, parentheses A, because later there's a B, a C, a D, but initially there was only parentheses A, the origin story. Good news, this will wrap up so many points if you're temporarily confused. In going 0 to 1, Peter Thiel doesn't explain 0 to 1 billion. He also doesn't explain 0 to 1 million. Why? Because he pussyfoots it. Why? Because you're his lottery ticket. Why? because he doesn't exactly know how he even got 0 to 1 million. If you ask the question, which is, hey, I'm a billionaire, are you showing people how to be a billionaire? Because there is no paywall for that either. Once you hunt for, is he telling the secret sauce, which is $0, because that's a paywall for Peter. That's appointment-based learning for Peter Thiel. That's a come sit at my feet at Stanford Engineering, because he is Stanford, but he is zero engineering. So he's 0 for 5, 0 for 1, 1 for 2 in going 0 to 1 Stanford Engineering. Let's lock in, Larry Chiang. Do a better job. I'll try. Let's go. Which is, Peter actually never explains how to make $1 billion. He explains how to give 20 people $5 million, and then one of those companies makes him $1 billion. That's not a helpful book. That's not a helpful class, because that class causes a problem, which is, if you're going to teach people to be a billionaire, are you even a billionaire? And then I solved that problem 4 years before that in a class called Engineering 145. Peter decides to revert gay and woke retarded to an earlier version of Engineering 145, which is vague ideas about somebody here made $1 billion. I think I can explain it. What? That you're going to go backwards? 1, Peter never mentions my class. 2, Peter never mentions my name. 3, I'm Peter's mentor and he pretends to forget my name. How do you forget Larry Chiang? You meet Larry Chiang one time, tall poppy in Silicon Valley gets rewarded. What's a tall poppy? It's wheat, where in the South, you cut down the tall poppy because you're in the South. Unless you're in Austin, in which case you're rewarded for being tall poppy. Ditto Miami. If you're a overgrown 6'5" Chinese guy with a big mouth to distribute sleight of mouth, neurolinguistic programming, natural language processing, natural Larry protocols, you're going to be rewarded. Miami, Austin, Silicon Valley. The reason tall poppy is a thing, tall is in height, poppy is in opium. A tall poppy produces a lot of brown. The heroin in this case is venture capital. Stay with me, you're about to get it all, which is venture capital is seeking alpha. Women are seeking alpha. What is seeking alpha? It's an alpha return. What is alpha? It's an alpha predator. I am an alpha predator, and you're lucky I don't eat human. I'm an alpha predator. I'm here to accelerate retards because I'm relegated to the losers bracket of gay retards that are not gay and retarded the way that they could be. So think of me as the gay retard whisperer or the gay whisperer. Happy You Month. What this gay movement really needs is a trans. Because when you're all inclusive, you are now including the most heterosexual Caucasian in America. 0 to 1. The book never explains 0 to 1 billion nor 0 to 1 million. So that's why I did it in CS 183D, because Peter Thiel and Stanford deans decided, well, that was a shit show, but it was very press worthy. The shit show being CS 183. Let's make the shit show shittier with more VCs, with 20 different directions. Because did Larry Chiang teach a sequel to Peter Thiel's class, CS183B? No. Was I happy about that or was I sad about that? So CS183 ended, and a year and a half later, CS183B. So guess who teaches CS183B? That would be somebody who's gay and retarded, which is okay. But kind of a circle jerk. These jokes just write themselves. These jokes just write themselves. Are you enjoying stand-up comedy? That's 100% accurate and 100% truthful. You tell me. Which is Sam Altman, Lecture 1, CS183B. He talks about being James Bond. I'm like, finally, we're getting somewhere. Never brings it up again because guess who's the double agent of Silicon Valley? Guess who's the secret agent of Silicon Valley? Guess who I thought he was going to talk about? I thought he was going to talk about Larry Chiang. I didn't get mad when they launched CS183B without me. What I did do was I got going. This is what you do with a failure. They didn't pick you to bat second at Stanford Engineering. If there's ever a thing that looks like a leadoff hitter, talks like a leadoff hitter, deserves to bat first, and really deserves to bat before the batter who bats first, that's the ninth hitter. I look like a 9-hole hitter. Actually, I look like I should be riding the bench after you see me on the field. But I look good in a uniform. Batting leadoff, batting second. I didn't get mad that I didn't get picked. I got active. So I figured if there was a B as in bozo, gay retard. If there was a B and gay retards are going to pick their retarded and gay friends that they're gay with, right? Or group gaying with, which is cool. Happy Pride Month. I'm going to go ahead and execute D as in distribution. Silicon Valley. The whole is tech sales. Silicon Valley. The problem is founders don't want to sell. Silicon Valley. There's an Achilles heel, not in your leg, in your brain. It's a donut hole called, I went to MIT. I don't want to have to sell. It's a donut. It's a gap in skills, tech sales. Steve Blank, 4 Steps to the Epiphany. It's called Startup Death Spiral. Intuitively, in using common sense, you are the founder. You're supposed to use common sense, which is, I'll just hire a VP of sales. That common sense kills companies dead 90 to 80% of the time. You thought I was going to say 98% of the time. No, but it's definitely over 60. It's definitely way over 70. It's definitely way over 90. But let's say you're incredulous. This is the truth that I know, that I decided to allocate over 6 figures in social media posts. Let me repeat that. This YouTube little side quest, it is a smidgen. It is a dollop. It is a fraction of the social media, the Web 2 cavalcade, avalanche, tidal wave of content that I have pertaining to which subject? Entrepreneurship at the $0 level. Entrepreneurship at the $1 billion level, it is exactly this and nearly 100% useless. I know you're going to agree, and I'm preaching to the choir. This is what I'm talking about. In going to a million or a billion, startup coverage, entrepreneurship articles, when you read them with an astute eye, it turns out that those listicles, the how-to, it's how to go from $50 million to $2 billion. That's the crux of what we're talking about, is what they don't teach you in school. Hi, I'm Larry Chiang. I discovered a problem. Entrepreneurship articles are written for going from $30 to $60 million to $1 billion. Once you understand that startup advice is geared towards 8 figures becoming 10 figures, it's geared towards 30 to $60 million of venture capital and revenue, or both, or one of the two, into becoming $1 billion. All of that advice is not milk under the motorboat bridge. All of that advice, because that's actually useful. What's not useful is advice written on entrepreneurship that is at the nosebleed level. Why is it sexy to write like that? Because it causes you to have a fairy tale fantasy. This is what's not a fantasy. This is what seems like a fever dream, because every one of my videos, every one of my pieces of Web 12 content, every one of my pieces of Web 5, Web 4, Web 3, Web 2, Web 0 content addresses this inalienable truth, which is $0. The number 0 is the most powerful number in physics. So if you're able to just sell $20, for example, me selling to David Weekley this box of nuts. These are his favorite kind of nuts. Blue Diamond, blah, blah, blah. So if you're able to sell one thing, you're now amazing. But let me repeat this, because it's going to be nearly impossible for you to do. Let's continue. What that point was, number 13 or 13x, entrepreneur maxing. That's got 13 X's. 10 X's is hashtag Ebonics maxing. 11 X's is Ebonics mathing with 11 X's. Ebonics. It was created by liberal Jews to try to keep us niggas down. That's not good. So what we're going to do is Ebonics Max, which is perfect command of the English language. Ebonics maxing. Hashtag Ebonics maxing. Ebonics maxing used to be where it was an ever-moving target of what is in the lexicon, a ever-changing goal of what exactly is this Ebonics. This is what Ebonics is. I'm Larry Chiang. I'm the solo founder of hashtag Ebonics maxing. 10 X's. There's 4 X's in Ebonics. There are 6 X's in maxing. Here's an example of Ebonics maxing. It's the pro athlete who can go into any stadium that is not their home stadium and get a home field advantage. Is that something that you want as an entrepreneur? Hells yeah. Because if I were visiting Austin from Silicon Valley, I would take over 98 Sandwich Kino. Suck it. Which is my home field advantage. So we're talking about Ebonics maxing. Here's some Ebonics for you. You ready? Hashtag HTG HFA OTR. The reason that that's Ebonics is there should be more black quarterbacks. Why is it only the genius white quarterbacks want to be mentored by Larry Chiang? and the genius defensive backs, Justin Reed, want to be mentored by Larry Chiang? I know. Sounds crazy, 100% true. Which is, this is the mentorship. Because I don't want to mentor you direct because you're retarded. I want to have you understand what Ebonics maxing is so that way you can see the genius things that I already shipped. Because I'm 26.19 miles ahead of you in a marathon, and I'm trying to pass you the baton so that way you can go from the sofa. You're not even at the start line yet. If you could just start the marathon, because 26.2 miles, it's a cliff. It's a 26.2 mile cliff, but you just got to get to where the G spot is of where the marathon starts, which is you got to sell one. I'd sell one Braun power cord, 7030458. This video just got amazing because I'm merging and acquiring Reid Hoffman, which is, this is how to do a startup. You jump off a cliff and then you build an airplane on the way down. Okay, Epstein Island attendee, that's how you drop trowel. That's how you unleash your micro P to some person who's way under 25, probably 24. Divide by 2, which is 26.19 mile lead in a marathon, which is us being you. When you sell one, yeah, enough said. Ebonics maxing. HTG, HFA, OTR. It's called How to Get Home Field Advantage on the Road. So acronyms, it used to demoralize people. It still demoralizes people. A lot of people don't say, oh, what does that acronym mean? They're just like EO, PO, SM, BD, see me. And then those people are trying to lie to you about, oh, I'm smart, I have the inside lingo. And then I'll say, what does SM even mean? And they're like, I don't know, just the boss of the store, a retail store? They're like, and I'm like, maybe sales manager, maybe suck me. Oh, you're talking, was it sodomize me so that way I could repeat the trauma that I felt when I was traumatized? And now we're just going to trauma bond over our trauma cycle. Who has the best gaydar? Ebonics maxing. Baby oil puns to come. Lubrication, anus jokes to come. Because your asshole, it should only have one job. But when your butthole needs to take on 2 more jobs, welcome to the American economy. Your asshole, your butthole, it should only have one job: excrete poo. But you've been trying to turn your butthole into a fun center, and now what's going on? Your butthole's broken. Now you can't even fart. You shouldn't be farting. If you were healthy, you wouldn't be farting or burping. Which is, now your asshole needs to be a filter where you need to have your asshole think, which is thinking this thought. Hey, should I fart this fart? Because it might be a shart. And now your asshole is having to do some thinking, which is before farts get released. Now you got to think, not you, your butthole, your anus fiber, your out only needs to say, should I keep this shit in? Should I keep my shit in? Hashtag HTG, HFA, OTR. If you are a black athlete, are you sure that you can shit on the road? Maybe that's why your road performance is super shitty. Did you just transition into why you are such a genius when it comes to road performance? Yeah, using Ebonics Maxing, hashtag Ebonics Maxing, winning on the road. Problem. At home, you win. On the road, you lose. Problem. You can only shit at home. On the road, you falter because this road trip's been 5 days and you last shat 6 days ago. Why? Because you're mentally broken. You can't deuce it out on the road. Problem. You hold it in and now your insides are dying, which is why when you do fart, it is who crawled up into your asshole and died? Oh, that would be our friend Dontrell. Oh, that would be our friend Shenene Tikwa. That would be our friend Tyrone. That would be our friend Larry Chang's friend. Like, is Larry Chang your boyfriend? I see him all the time. Or are you Larry Chang's bitch? Because that guy, he is way too alpha to be your bitch. Plus, Larry Chang, he's way too hot for you. So are you Larry Chang's bitch? I mean, you're always like buying him dinner and taking him places and talking him up. Is he your boy? Yeah, he is actually my boy. We're running protocol HTG, HFA, OTR. That's Ebonics Maxing. That's Ebonics Maxing, where you're not calling a spade. That's your brain stuck on a groove. A hashtag such as hashtag ENIENO. That's a play for when you need me, the celebrity black dude, to invest money. Cool. How much would you like me to invest? 5 mil? Great. Now you can tell people I invested 5 mil. Does that sound like something you want? Oh, that would really help our business. Cool. For me to invest $5 million, you're going to need to give me, boom, 2 accounts with $10 million. Let me repeat that. You give me 20 and I'll go on stage and say I gave you 5. Let me repeat that Michael Jordan deal. If you want Michael Jordan to invest $170 million in the Citadel, you give us being Jordan and Mike's friend, $210 million. We'll go on stage at some private equity firm. We're not going on TV to do it. We'll do it from the stage. Or, because we're busy, we'll just issue a press release through Business Wire. Do you get how that works now? We are now on to, oh my God, perfectly on cue, Ebonics Mathing. Hashtag Ebonics Mathing. Ebonics Math is like this. If you want my mentee, Tom Brady, to invest $50 million into FTX, you're going to have to give us, being Tom Brady and Don Yee, $140 million. Do you get the math on that? Is your math mathing? This is the opposite. This is the inverse. This is the apotaco of Miami Girl Math. Miami Girl Math is you make the money, I spend the money, we're in an equal relationship. She doesn't know the difference between internal deliverables and external deliverables. External deliverables, getting strangers to give you money. Internal deliverables, spending daddy's money. Are you trying to spend my money? Am I your daddy? Say daddy. Say daddy. Because daddy's hungry. Say daddy. Daddy's horny. Say daddy. Daddy's hungry. I'm not hungry. Daddy, I'm horny. I'm not horny. Actually, now that I joke about being horny, now I'm horny. Wait a minute. If I'm holding a boy dog, it still makes me straight. I could be fucking 90 dudes in the asshole in prison because I'm wrongly imprisoned, and I'd still be heterosexual, but I wouldn't be doing it with my dick. I'd be fucking you in the ear hole with my brain. You like what I just did there? Established hierarchical dominance. Oh, if you went to prison, you're so pretty. If you went to prison, you'd be the girl. Did you just tell me? Did you just tell me? Did you just tell me that you think that I'm good looking? Because that's all I heard. That's all I heard. Brady, what'd you hear? What'd you hear, huh? What'd you hear? Did you hear anything? I had the most interesting question posed to me by, of course, a rich dude who is 24, cold opening me. Hey, your dog, how much time do you spend brushing him a day? Is it 20 minutes? I'm like, who the fuck are you? Because nobody's ever asked that genius of a question before, which is, hey, oh yeah, you're not supposed to fart. I mean, you're supposed to maybe fart when you're shitting, but farting is where your butthole's broken. Where your butthole's broken. I'm ready for your question. Scooter go. It's Lake Geneva, Larry. Normal people fart. What are you talking about? Farting is bad. Wet sharding farting, it's worse. When people say, Larry, I have a question, it's usually, if not often, the worst question ever. Strap in, because we are 13xing entrepreneur maxing 13x's. 10x's is hashtag Ebonics maxing. 11x's is Ebonics mathing. 13x's is entrepreneur maxing. Let's give you another hashtag Ebonics maxing. There you go. This message is held for review. Can't see it. You got to switch over to a form where YouTube doesn't block you. Re-ask the question where it's not blocked. Todd, moderator Todd, chime in one thing that you've heard. Chime in one thing that you've heard that proves to me you're not a robot. Let's go. Hashtag Ebonics maxing. This is how to help Black people go from worst to first. I don't have any fatigue. I don't have any fatigue. Black pill maxing 12x's. This is how to play that. It's called 649 negatives, 1 positive, which is why it's so negative. But then if you want, you play the game called turn your negative into a positive. Here's an example. Negative. My biological father would rather fuck strange pussy versus go get me milk or breakfast. That's a negative. Positive is, oh, well, that's what his dad did to him. I'm going to forgive him, and I'm going to try to give him a Rolex that he doesn't deserve. Does that get you in your feelings? My first rep, we're on eating my own Web 12 dog food, which is this. Web 12. It's just 12 sentences reaction social media. What are most people's reaction? Reaction emoji. What are most people's reaction? Reaction, say some robot shit. Here's some robot shit right out of Christian Spammer. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the emoji. Which is, thank you for that. I agree with that, but I'm also going to time you out. Why? Because nobody who is needing that message connects with that because you aren't participatory Web 12. See, that was an example of me eating my own dog food, which is you said something spammy and then I corrected your behavior. And then you've got fake guru. Thank you. 2 words that are negative. That's called eating my own dog food. So even if you wanted to be fully negative, I see some positivity in that because you're thinking that I resemble a guru. Because if I walk like a thought leader, talk like a alpha knowledge maker, then perhaps you can twist your brain into asking the question, is this guy trying to get me into a cult where he's the guru and I'm the cult follower? Well, I've got good news for you. 1, you're ugly. You're not even hot enough to bang. And 2, I don't need to start a cult and be a guru in order to get my fuck on. Because I can get my fuck on just by walking to a Trader Joe's. My fuck on. By walking to a Trader Joe's. So what a Trader Joe is, it's a grocery store that caters to women by subsidizing the plants. What is plant subsidy? Business model maxing. Milk and eggs sold at a loss. That doesn't work. Well, it used to work, but it doesn't work anymore because you can DoorDash, Instacart, Uber Eats, eggs and milk. What works though is flowers or plants. Oh, I just killed plants. Cool. When your plant dies, you're going to have to go to where? Trader Joe's. This is me eating my own Web 12 dog food, which is, I don't want to know why I know this, but you said fake guru, and I'm telling you, this cult doesn't need members. This cult, it doesn't need you. I'm not recruiting. I'm not even asking you to subscribe. This cult, it's decentralized. It's called Book Club on a YouTube Live. Because yesterday you saw me use a $8 hardback. What? An $8 hardback book? What? How's a hardback book $8 or $9? Definitely some single digit. Kind of like you Silicon Valley single digit millionaires in the retard zone. Retarded and rich, Larry. Retarded and rich. With only a single digit number of million in the middle class that got decimated. True story. Middle class is single digit million. Low class is negative 60K. Don't worry though, because the fake people who are rich at the top, they've got a bankruptcy coming. They just don't know it. Unless they're all cash. Enjoy the comedy, kids, because this video, it'll be even more fun. 6/11/29. 6/11/26. Let's go. Day 11. 34 days of Grok 4 at AMC theaters. When's my movie coming out? That would be June 19th. When's your movie coming out, Larry? That would be Larry Chiang starring as a Caucasian man named Augie Garrido. Larry, when's your movie coming out? That would be, it came out already. Do you not even know about my George Clooney movie? Feels like we're just getting to know each other now. Eating my own Web 12 dog food. What Web 12, the food of Web 12 is this whole video I already blogged about at web12.io. You see, in public speaking or Toastmasters or National Speakers Association, this is the formula. Tell them what you're going to tell them. Then tell them, and then tell them what you told them. That seems to have been lost in comedy because most people's comedy go in 25 directions in 4 minutes. How many directions do I go in 4 minutes, which is why every comedy set you see me in, because I've only been in 2 in stand-up comedy, they slay because I go in one direction. You got to strap in because it's a crazy one direction, but it's one direction, which is my first rep of the morning eating my own Web 12 dog food, which is I already summed this video up using 12 sentences. How can you eat sushi? How can you eat New York Fashion Week sushi? How can you eat Miami sushi and also pay for my sushi? This is how you use Web 12. And then you ask AI, hey, how can I pay for a free vacation because I'm a hot girl? I'm older than 22 years old, taller than 5'7", shorter than 6'3", younger than 23, blonde, paying for sushi in Miami because that's going to be dinner first, coach. Pay for Larry Chang dinner. First, pay for Larry Chang's first class ticket. Coach, pay for your own coach class ticket. Because step 1, send me a sushi gift card, which is Web 12. First person to send me a sushi gift card will have sent the 30th sushi gift card for me. Which is a funny joke because first person in the comments that blah, blah, blah gets a free gift card. Fuck that. I tried that. It scared people even more, which is me giving you a second stage premium. That's why last year in 2025, I spent $0.0 dating some of the hottest women in North America. $0. I know. $0.0. That's GAAP accounting audited. Generally accepted accounting principles, eating my own Web 12 dog food. You should eat my Web 12 sushi. You should eat my Web 12 protocols. Hashtag EUTWMPPM. Protocol, HTG, HFA, OTR. Protocol, 24 recipes, guacamole. Larry, what makes you the expert in business and street smart business strategies? What makes you the expert? Why do you get to teach a class at Stanford? Did you even go here? Are you even successful? The reason I taught is I solved all of Stanford engineering, entrepreneurship, and Stanford business entrepreneurship problems, which is, do you even understand bankruptcy? Nope. Do you even understand the $0? What do you mean? What I mean is 0 to 1 billion actually has 200,000 little steps. Catching up on messages. I'll be right with you. Let's go. Mork the Orc. What you want to do is less moderating other people and more moderating your own brain. Does that help? I appreciate you and the effort, but it hurts you to moderate retards where you want to just let the retards talk. Because I'm going to DJ their shitty brain into something amazing. That's Web 12, where you say something crappy because you have the power with no moderation to a point, and then I turn around your shitty brain into a good brain. That's eating my own Web 12 dog food. That's me using Web 12 to show you how I do corporate turnarounds, which is the 5-prong attack, which will bring in my banker from Bank of Montreal, Hubert. Who makes more money, Hubert or your old self? That would be Hubert. Hey, your sleeves are jacked, which is deeply understanding credit knowledge, deeply understanding capital knowledge, deeply understanding venture capital and private equity knowledge, deeply understanding Chinese knowledge, and then he's a righty doing turnarounds. He's a righty, which is turning you around using Web 12. Cold open, that's a franchise. When you're perpetually late for your own funeral is going to come around way sooner than you think. Because the name of this video is First Liar Loses. Let's play the game at 8:38 a.m. Miami time. Hashtag Miami Life. Hashtag Miami Math. A tendency within hashtag entrepreneur maxing is to have this attitude. I kind of want to delete it all and reset. I kind of want the video game of my life to go to a magical spot where I don't need to go through the pain of birth, the birth of you as an entrepreneur. Because a wantrepreneur, hit the hashtag Ebonics Maxing lexicon. What's a wantrepreneur? A wantrepreneur is a wannabe entrepreneur. A wannaberpreneur rolls right off the tongue, which is a person who lies about being on podcasts because your whole podcast was a lie. When you got to star on a podcast because you checked a couple of boxes, and corporate podcasts, they're always trying to interview a myriad of people spinning bullshit into maybe real shit if Web 12 touches it, which is, I kind of want to hit delete, reset, and video game my life to a magic spot. This dynamic is so pervasive, it's kind of like being default soft generationally. It's kind of like being default Asperger's. DA, default Asperger's, which is you've got a waft of Asperger's and the adjacent mental illness that's manufactured, polycystic ovarian syndrome, because it got renamed, because it was real. Kind of like obesity is the not illness, but condition that you're able to gather up more calories than you need. Now you're storing them. Juxtaposing zero or infinity. Flippening revenue or expenses. Knowing the difference between marketing and sales. Swapping. Zero or infinity, not knowing that the two are both very emotional. One is scarcity mindset, the other one is abundance. Inverting, mentee and mentor. Juxtaposing, problems and problems. Hot swapping, my problems, market problems. Accountability, being able to read a website. Reparations at Derek Small Web 12 IO. Duck. Do you kind of get the feeling that Web 12 is a blessing? Do you sense that the information empowers you to take remnant shit that's shitty, and turn it into something that is amazing? pleasure into pain into can you convert your own brain from your old self to your new self? Giving away your gains. With 21 days, you're now habitually amazing. Did you give those gains away? See this as you can do the 7:38 a.m. thing without me. You can do the 7:38 thing as a way to self-start because you've already done some. But then you not doing it alone today, I caught you. I caught you. Doing the math, hashtag Ebonics mathing. How many X's are in hashtag Ebonics math?
Oh yeah, at Woody's. How was it? How was old time?
Did you think he was gonna say I was only there for yeah? I was only there for an hour and a half. That's like forever. That's forever. See? See?
It was so hot.
Yeah, there was no like relief from the heat.
We left the hotel at 8, and I got back. Yeah, I think like 9:30 probably, so like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I really played. I stuck.
Yeah, that's good.
You guys know how like leads have a scoring system or customers have a scoring system? And you know how like conferences they have a scoring system too for hey, should I spend $7,000 of my company's money
Right.
per person? $7,000? Oh, that's cheap per person.
Yeah.
There should be a scoring system for corporate parties. Because I sniffed out Woody's. I'm like, Woody's West 6th. It doesn't feel like the air conditioning is communist. What do I mean by that? You know how like some venues open the door and the air conditioning's blowing?
Yeah.
That's because the landlord is lording over them, which is burn all the AC you want because you're my loss leader at retail. Because once they come into the air conditioning, the building benefits, which is why I will pay for unlimited air conditioning.
Interesting.
Is this not interesting?
Yeah, I never thought about it that way, but it makes total sense.
But it's Walmart AI onboarding, where once I can get you to buy my $13 cheap organic eggs for 12.
Yep.
Is that not funny? Because $13.99 is like, thank you for laughing.
Yeah, today. It's like,
Thank you for
yeah,
laughing.
a discount today.
That's what makes that joke funny. Is that's what you're doing with the air conditioning.
Yeah.
And I sniffed that it was going to be hot. And I'm like, the network's going to be great, but it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
And am I going to get one extra deal of it? Or am I going to wake up butt early, just butt early, and then go to this thing and be at breakfast like you guys 90 minutes before the breakfast ends?
I'm very happy with the night of sleep I got last night.
Me too.
It was
Me too.
So Tuesday night was when me and my full team got in, and we were all meeting in person for the first time. So it was just a lot of it.
Yeah.
We were in the lobby chatting until 1 a.m. the first night. And it was
you have to.
brutal.
You have to though. How many teams did you bring?
We have 5 people here.
That's middle 5 figures.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear also something funny? When I said middle 5 figures, because I sound like a boomer, someone was like, you spent $100? I'm like, I need to change my language.
Yeah.
Because middle 5 figures to us means middle 5 figures, middle like 80. Because you're kind of sandbagging it. 5 people, 7, like that's middle high figure. That's middle 5, which is at $35K. It's $35K easy.
Yeah.
But then when you're like, what's middle 5K to you? And some people are like, 10,000.
Yeah, that's not middle. That's round down.
Yeah, that's
one and below.
Yeah.
Is that not funny?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy because it's math. It's people can't read offers. In the relative of like, can they read an offer? Can they? Yeah. We should do an email group chat called. What would this email group chat be called?
The Breakfast Crew. The Breakfast Crew, not the Breakfast Club.
Exactly.
Do you know what you just did there?
Marching
Do you know what you
band.
just did? You did a sequel, wink, wink, to Breakfast Club, and coming full circle, we should just call it Breakfast Club, because if we were to launch a movie that was The Breakfast Club, people would be like, "This movie's amazing." So we're in this place called Detention. Why do you laugh? Because of the movie. Have you seen people with the remake where you're like, this thing's brand new, and then you show them the exact version from like 1920, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, now we're reaching the part where we're doing a second remake. So there's the original from the 20s, one remake from like the 80s.
Yes. I'm taking notes. Consent to take notes. Oh my God, I don't think I have a pen. I think I lost it.
I think I have a 10.
No, I feel so. I mean, what was I thinking? Do you guys use AI at all? I'm not pitching this, but this is Windsurf. It's a company that got sold twice for $1 billion, which has never happened, to two different buyers, each for $1 billion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Win like blowy fake affiliate deals. Surf like Chiang. You lost us middle 9 figures. Can you resuscitate it with a 10 figure?
Yep.
High five. That was funny, right?
Lots of math this morning.
That was funny, right? With the wind and the surf.
Yeah.
So it was a company that sold in Silicon Valley in Mountain View. And then so when the company sold, the unicorn CEO said, I'm not going to acceleratedly vest you. Why would you do that? To save like 29 million in the pool? Like it was basically saving no money.
Yeah.
So then the employees who didn't get vested, they decided to stay with the one guy who was vested and keep the name Windsurf. And then the other people went to the acquiring company, Cognition. So then they're like, okay, well, if you're not going to accelerate us, we're not going to the parent company. Yeah, exactly, right?
You got to incentivize people.
Yeah. So then they didn't get accelerated, and then they just stayed. And then within a month, that company also sold for low 10 figures. This joke is going to be the best joke ever. This joke is going to be the best joke ever. And so that was the case study for doing a turnaround where you're selling the same thing twice. Because get it, that's what lead stackers do with co-registration. Is you're selling me the same piece of turd twice. This is not a piece of turd. This is magical turd. And that's why it's funny at an affiliate show, which is, did you sell the same company twice to the same person? You would think that, but no. And so that's why it's funny on 10 levels. Windsurf.
So what does it do?
It's basically just cursor, but using voice. Kind of like Breakfast Club. Question with your answer.
Yes,
Thank you.
Where do you guys work at? Okay, cool. I'm at Yahoo.
Oh, nice.
Yahoo?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
My friend came over from Building 51 to be CEO for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, Marissa Mayer.
I'm relatively new to the company. I just started at the end of last year, so
Cool.
It's
She's
a
great.
giant company, but
It's a giant company.
It's great.
Yeah. It's Marissa. So
Very cool.
she ran it as a turnaround. How about you?
I'm at Money Groups. Money.com.
Nice.
Used to be Money Magazine.
Who owns you guys these days?
Sorry?
Who owns Money Group?
Greg Powell.
Okay.
Is that a turnaround? Did he buy it?
He did acquire it in 2019, I believe. 2018,
Was
2019.
Money back in the day?
What's Money?
Timing? Owned by Timing?
I think so, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I think so.
I was in magazines like prior to going to
Oh, you were?
so, yeah, I worked at Verse forever.
In New York or where else?
New York, and then I was remote.
Okay.
Most of it.
Okay. Should we do an email group chat or should we do text chat? Okay.
Yeah, through email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The company used to be consumersadvocate.org. And then under like mass recognition was like the umbrella, I guess.
Yeah.
And when they acquired Money in 2019, it became Money Group.
Got it. Okay.
And they created Ads by Money, which is like affiliate publishers and like advertisers connecting the offers. And that's the team that I'm part of. Ads by Money. I work with creators.
Awesome. That's so cool.
What do you do at Yahoo?
I am an affiliate manager, so primarily cover like big box retailers, fashion luxury, that type of thing.
Okay. There's one person on our team who works closely with Yahoo Finance.
Okay, yeah. All right, we're doing it.
Like 9 a.m.
I know. I think we will. I was on the shuttle around this time yesterday, and I got just in the nick of time.
It's like 8.
Yes, it's 8:43.
We've been on here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they like wait like the 20 minutes or whatever.
No, but it's packed. I thought there was going to be like 2 people. I thought it's packed. I thought there were going to be 2 people. Do you like my lead gen form? You guys laugh always at the perfect time. It's, you know what? If I could do stand-up comedy.
You're a funny guy.
Yeah.
No.
We're your first
Oh,
audience.
trust me. These jokes land nowhere except at the 8-figure level. Right?
I think we lost the cap.
That's, the guy who I borrowed the pen from is gonna kill me.
He's gonna be so mad.
You guys, is this a psychological experiment where oh, Larry, why are you making these presentations with humor?
You're like, I got a lot of great feedback.
I got yeah. I got so much good feedback. I'm off. Yeah, I thought they were funny, and my two new friends.
Lindsay.
All right.
The guy who lent me that pen is gonna kill me.
I'll get it later. Don't worry about it.
Here, I got it.
It's okay.
Is it over there, DJ? Oh yeah, I see it. I see it.
Don't worry about it.
No. This is the entrepreneurship exercise. Is this a psyop?
Yeah,
Is there a camera?
I think we're being recorded right now. And thank you. And screen.
Oh my god. This is yoga. This is yoga.
I always say I'm gonna start doing yoga, and then I
I know. Every time I do it, it's like the best thing ever.
Right?
But it's like,
this is amazing.
oh, yeah.
I'm gonna do it. It changed my life. And then
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with it. Especially with what we do, always on the computer. I always say my shoulders just get an entire by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Lindsay and
Joseph. What's your name?
my name is. I'm winning a bet because I bet my brand new friend that I would be on the bus saving a seat.
On the method.
I am in the money. Not that I'm not already in the money by getting here on Monday. Did you guys pay a ton to be at a hotel that's less money than the Fairmont? My question made no sense. My question makes no sense.
Yeah.
My question makes no sense because I'm multitasking. So something that I did for leads is I added to my name badge like a craft project. I'm probably gonna get a concussion showing you. Oh my god! Oh my god! It was me. Oh yeah, to cover so that way if you want to take a picture of it. But this is the thing, which is the piece of paper. That's the envelope. Because there's audio always in your phone, but that's what makes that funny because your phone is spying on you. Your phone is spying. Your phone is, which is why I'd really like to rent a Chevrolet Equinox. It's the joke for I want to see a Chevrolet Equinox advertisement. I would really like to rent a.
It doesn't just listen to you, it knows what you're going to think. I feel like there's so many times where I'm like, I need to look up this product, and then it serves me an ad. I'm like, I haven't spoken this to anyone. How do you know?
I'm not even mad anymore.
I know.
It's
like whatever. It's more premium advertising experience, I guess.
Chevrolet Equinox, that rides like with these same bucket seats.
Yeah, it's like we're all gonna be getting
That's
that.
probably gonna be my next car now. Thanks to you.
Don't you think that these bucket seats are super similar to the Equinox that we rented?
I don't know if I've ever been in one.
I don't either.
And not a car girl. I'm like,
My comedy.
every time I get my Uber, I'm like, I don't know what this car is. I just look at the license plate.
You do look at the license plate? That helps.
Yeah. I'm so bad at like makes and models.
Are you guys gonna go to the one in Asia? Sydney?
I mean, I wish, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be there, but that's how much you pay.
Okay, so last night when I was skipping Woody's and sitting in air conditioning, which you guys can benefit from, which is book club at IPX. And what is book club at IPX? Is, you know how well, maybe you guys are just bosses where you don't have to approve the money, but you know how your boss asks for 3 pages of justification for you spending you plus 6 people. So instead of coming up with that, because answering those questions are hard, which is who is the product manager who might be adjacent? It might be hard because, we're going to have meetings about people for buy-in. But what if you could use a book that some affiliate marketer or leads desk wrote, which is what they don't teach you at CMO school about a CPA clawback in 90 days, because people haven't started negotiating for that yet. And so then you say, look, we're buying these leads, CPA, I don't think we're getting screwed. But then there is first payment default, which is I paid 0 payments on my... Yep. Which is I'm going to default. So I'm not going to pay for the lead and pay for the default. You're on the hook for that. And that's a 90-day clawback. So then that's your 1 page, 1 line justification for this is my ROI for Sydney or Shenzhen. I keep forgetting that city, Shenzhen. I always want to say Guangzhou. How Caucasian am I right now? It's just some Asian shit. At least I didn't say Shanghai, because it was in Shanghai last year. So Shenzhen. So then you do the book club is 90-day clawback. And then that's the justification, because you're like, look, boss, I saved the portfolio manager, the desk manager, the dashboard manager. I just saved them $250,000 negotiating this one trick.
But then it's a con for us, because then we're getting the clawback.
Yeah. Oh, not your clawback.
Well, no,
Like
but
it's
are you saying, so basically, say someone were to buy something from Walmart on Yahoo.com, use Klarna, then default on that, then Yahoo will get the clawback from Walmart.
You're making it super legitimate. You're making it super legitimate. Oh, no. You're making it legitimate. I'm talking about purely illegitimate, where they're using a robot to pretend, where they're not even doing the Klarna. They're not even doing the Klarna.
So it's like bot traffic.
It's bot traffic that is advanced. And then now you got to pay the CPA because you're on the hook for the CPA. Yeah. That you're just on the hook for because you did Max Levchin's thing. You're the person who did 5 burrito payments for the finance your burrito.
Yep.
That's on you. But I'm talking about where you're doing the burrito lead gen and there's no burrito and there's no person.
Yeah.
Because that
What a
is...
world we live in.
There's no burrito. There's no burrito and there's no person.
But what is the benefit of these bots doing that? I don't...
For fraud.
Yeah.
Because a third of the traffic or half your leads are pure fraud.
Yeah.
And then that's what I did in the middle 90s.
No, I know.
That keeps you... Okay. So this is the middle 90s joke, which is, what year was the middle 90s? And then people would be like, oh, that would be 2008. I'm serious. I'm not joking. And so that's what Confinity, PayPal, Max Levchin, Bill Me Later was, which is the early onset of lead generation fraud. So if you're good at lead generation fraud, detecting it, you could turn around an entire portfolio by sniffing out the pure crap. And inside of everybody's, and then where's the pure crap coming from? Because a lot of people don't know. Because most lead gen people don't have chaos theory, string theory, physics, or even a industrial engineering degree
which is control systems. And so because that's who you're battling, is somebody who has a hacker control systems. So now you've got to layer in, which is they're hiding their IP address, obviously. What device are they using to mask? Because the mask itself tells you the fraud. The mask itself is information.
Mm-hmm.
The mask itself is information. It's part of your. Hey, am I gonna get suckered into going to Woody's? Am I gonna get suckered into going to Woody's? Because that mask. Oh, it's on West 6th. Where on West 6th with like air conditioning that's subsidized? The air conditioning not subsidized. Lindsay, we are gonna be. This is gonna be the best email group chat ever.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the best email group chat ever.
Something great. I don't know what, but
We named it already. Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club at 199 King Street. Let me be the executive assistant. Let me be the executive assistant. Let me be the executive assistant. 199 King is a sequel to the Four Seasons in Sydney.
okay.
So that'll be Breakfast Club there. Your handwriting's both legible. So from a lead scoring standpoint, not that I know anybody who did credit card lead gen in the middle 90s. What year is the middle 90s? Yeah, exactly. That's the joke. That's the joke. What's the middle 90s? 2019, when the internet started. Breakfast Club 199. Breakfast Club 199.
I like it.
Oh, everybody does.
Sounds kind of like a ant.
What did you say after Breakfast Club?
Well, first I said Breakfast Crew.
Yeah.
And then I think we landed on Breakfast Club.
I don't know. I think it's something about like.
Do you guys like Paris? Free vacations to Paris?
Yeah.
Take free vacations to Paris.
I think
That's book club.
anywhere.
Okay, so this is how the free vacation is going to work, which is 5 days of work, air quotes, and then 3 days of pre-work in Paris. Because I asked IPX, hey, Shelby? I forget her name. Catherine? I forget her name. I'm having a hard time going, oh, whoa, Larry. My name's Larry. Which is 3 days Paris, because they don't have a Paris thing.
Yeah.
They don't have a Paris thing.
It's not.
And I have no business in Paris, okay? But if I need to speak for 15 minutes,
Yeah.
I'll go there for 5 days. And I may not go to all the Woody functions that are there.
There's no Woody Paris.
Not yet.
Do you see how these jokes write themselves? Because Woody, you two got suckered and you didn't have Web 12. What's Web 12? Social media is Web 2. And then in the middle 90s, someone told me, was it middle 90s? Yeah, middle 90s. They're like, Larry, Web 2 is going to be the thing. The fuck is Web 2? Just make that shit up? No, it's the social layer of the web. I'm like, if I write a WordPress blog post and you do a track back, we're socializing. That's a hypertext markup language. You write a web page and I link to it and we talk about it. That's not social? And they're like, no, the social web is tweeting in the future, is audio.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did you seriously just make up Web 2? No, but we have a summit to explain it. It's $3,000. I'm like, $3,000? I'm like, well, I got, some Silicon Valley dork friends. How much for me plus my friends? $3,000. Each.
And that's how Web 2 became a thing.
So, F you for making up shit. So, I made up Web 3, Web 4, Web 5. It feels like we're just meeting for the first time. Because that's Breakfast Club. That's Breakfast Crew. Yeah. And that's...
Let this person know that I'm probably not going to be there at
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I just realized it's 8:27. Well, I guess, did you guys see, there was like, I don't know if it was an email or a notification,
You can keep it.
but I guess.
You're gonna use it more than I am today.
I really appreciate you, but I'm not gonna steal your pen because it was borrow. And that pen.
The hat.
Thank
I
you.
missed this.
And remember who got the clawback on your cap?
Yeah.
The clawback. The clawback. The clawback. I peaked. Can we just? I peaked.
And it's just like the beginning of the day. Like,
I peaked.
I know. It's all gravy now.
Wow, that's ROI for a non-existent Paris conference before Paris.
Like, are we about to all be in Paris in 6 months?
Yeah, I think so.
You can't be. You can just be like, I met that guy one time on the bus. I met him one time. He's just in Sydney. We don't even know him that well. Sydney. Have you guys been to Sydney before?
No.
No, I have not.
Nice. So I already have the address demarcated. I have the address demarcated. I have the address demarcated. Do you remember the address? 199 King. I wrote it down. I'll send it to the Breakfast Club chat. I love being the executive assistant. It feels like I'm actually doing something. Whereas, what do you do?
Run the world.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was my first job out of college.
Thank you. Thank you. Because C-level is, I can't wait to fire you. I could do your job.
Yeah, you know so much too.
I could do your job. I could do your job. It's a bunch of people that are like, I could do your job. What was your first job out of school?
Out of school. Teacher, actually. I did ESL in Boston. But it wasn't tied to like what I was like what I studied.
Oh, that's cool.
My first job was writer.
I'm sorry?
Oh, my first job like at a tech company
Was writer?
was a writer. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Writer. And I got into traditional link building.
Yeah.
That was a
What year?
That was 2016.
Oh, yeah. So the middle 90s. Before the middle 90s.
Before that.
Wait, 2016?
2016.
Oh, yeah. Middle 90s.
Yeah.
Right, 3 years before the middle 90s. Oh, my God.
Basically. Then I did a bit of digital PR. Money.
Nice.
What was your first job out of school?
I sold chemical. I sold chemical as a chemical engineer.
So you've been in sales and
Technology.
for like, since getting this.
Since the...
Right off the bat.
Is that not funny? Yeah. The thing that I discovered, because I got the job from selling a car to a person who sold chemical. Because if you're a chemical salesman, you drive 80,000 miles because you got to drive a lot. So then they're like, you're okay at sales. Too bad you don't have an engineering degree, middle 6 figures. And I'm like, well, because I was in engineering school.
Okay.
I'm like, well, because my mentor told me, Mark McCormack, my mentor told me, if you have an answer, try to make money and try to make money on it and try to close a deal. So I was like, so you're telling me I got to go get an engineering degree? That's kind of a tall order. I'm selling cars over here, setting them up. And then they're like, well, yeah, but like, it's not middle 6 figures. I really mean. And I'm like, no way. They're like, wait, look at what I'm buying. This isn't my car. These are my cars. I'm like, what? What? And then he fluffs me up. He goes, you're the best salesman I've ever met. If only you had a brain. I'm like, darn it. I wish. So what kind of engineering are you talking about? Oh, any kind of engineering. I'm like, even